Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Big Boy, and you already know what day of the week it is. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's time for another Throwback Thursday episode, which, if you didn't know, is a weekly series on my channel where I upload some old gameplay of past games, and I tell you guys a story about something that's happened to me in the past. It has a lot to do with the past. Anyway, the gameplay that you're going to be seeing in the background is some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. If you didn't know about it, it's a pretty dope game. But of course you do, because this is a Call of Duty channel, or gaming channel, whatever. And Call of Duty is a big ass hit. Anyway, I'm using the UMP-45 with a suppressor and the M93 Raffica, I believe. And then a Semtex, Flash Grenade, Scavenger Pro, Cold Blood, Commando, and Painkiller. But we're not here to talk about the gameplay. We are here to talk about a disaster holiday. Yeah, it sucked because my spring break started today. We had a half day, and I'm at home right now. It's like, what, 2 o'clock, and I'm at home, so we on spring break. So you know what that means, turn up. But I'm going to tell you guys about a past spring break. So basically, we decided we were going to drive down to Panama, which, you know, you get pretty turned there. Anyway, we have a small car. So it's not too small. It's like a four-door sedan, but for driving that distance, it is definitely not the car you want to go in. So we rented a truck from Enterprise, and we rented a truck because we have a lot of luggage. Plus, we were taking the dogs, and with the luggage, I have a passion for shoes. I love sneakers, so you know I had to take a lot of my shoes. And the dogs, one was a Newfoundland crossed with Irish Wolfhound, and if you guys didn't know, that's a big ass dog. And then we had my dog Dexter, which he's a Chihuahua, and unfortunately my big boy Mulder, and by the way, that's Danish for Miller. It's like M-U-L-D-E-R, and apparently it's a Danish word or whatever, but that's besides the point. He was a big ass dog. So we get to the place, and this guy, he loses our contact info, like the info that we gave them to show like we're renting this car from this date to this date. So he lost it. He's a fucking idiot. And that sucked, first of all, because we had to sit in the place for like 3 goddamn hours, and it was hot as shit outside and cold as shit inside. So I was going to catch pneumonia if I stayed inside, and I was going to die of heat stroke if I went outside. So it sucked. I felt like laying down in the middle of the door and having my legs be hot and my torso be cold. I mean, that's what I want to do. So anyway, we end up getting this truck, like Ford F-150, and normally they're really reliable and they're really amazing. And you know, you see the commercials, you know, Ford tough, but this one broke down. Yeah, it broke down like 30 minutes into the drive. And so we called AAA or called Enterprise. I don't know who my mom called, but she was yelling at someone. So we were on the side of the road for 2 hours. And by this time, my phone was like pretty much dead, so I was bored out of my fucking skull. I'm not even lying, I was twiddling my thumbs. Anyway, we finally get a new Ford F-150, and my mom leaves her ID in the old truck. So we have to drive all the way back to Enterprise, which was in downtown. We were already out of the city on the highway, so we had to drive all the way back to the Enterprise door and tell them, and they had to go and find it and give it to us. And so finally we're on our way, and we were like, the worst is behind us. This is going to be a good trip. We're going to be in Panama for spring break. It's going to be great. It's going to be warm. There's a beach, drinks. I mean, it's going to be fantastic. And then the dog fucking shits in the car. I'm no joke. He shits in the car. He was on the back seat, just laying there. It was my mom driving, me in the passenger seat, and my sister on the other side of the back seat. Because if you didn't know, in a Ford F-150, there's like a middle thing that you pull down, and my sister was like, no, I don't want the fucking dog on me, so she pulled it down. And we're just driving along, you know, talking. My sister has her headphones in, you know, all that good stuff. Then we just hear like this huge ass poof. I don't even know how to make the sound. And then like we hear this sound like splattering. It was like poof. I was like, what the fuck was that? I thought we killed something under the car, and I thought that was blood splattering on the car. And my sister is like, what the fuck? She like turns around. She's like, what the hell is that? And I look back, and it's all over the window and the back seat. And I was like, Lord Jesus. And my mom was like, what just happened? We tell her what happened. She started cursing and she lost her mind. She just started freaking out, talking about, like, I'm trying to make a good holiday and everything. Finally, she just ends up deciding we're just going to pull over and clean the car ourselves. I was like, Mom, you can do it. I'm not going to do it. But then she was like, no, you're doing it. So I ended up washing poop out of a Ford F-150 at a gas station. So that was the start to my spring break. And then find out the dog is actually sick. He didn't just shit to shit. He's sick. So we have to pull over, find the nearest veterinarian, and we paid $400 for medication for him. He had some stomach infection or so. I don't even know, but $400. I was like, that shit better cure cancer. Like, are you joking? $400 for some doggy meds? Do you know how expensive that is? That's ridiculous. And finally, the rest of the drive went pretty smooth, aside from a hobo who tried to put his dick on our windshield. But that's a story for another time. It's a long story for another time. Anyway, we finally get to Panama, like that area, and we took the wrong turn. So we drove like an hour in the wrong direction. At this point, I was so done. I just wanted to lie down, and I thought I was gonna have an aneurysm. I was like one thing away from developing a brain tumor. So I just wanted to go to sleep. And so we get to the hotel finally. And we try to check in, and the guy's like, there's a problem. And I was like, what? We have you booked for next month. What the fuck? I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah, I'm serious. And it turns out that when I booked, I mixed up June and July. So it went in June, and I booked for July. And that was it. That was it. There are no hotels open because of spring break in Panama. I mean, there's nothing else open. What are you gonna do? I mean, it pissed me off so much. And so we drove around Panama at like 1 o'clock in the morning, trying to find a hotel that actually fit, like that could fit us in. And there was nothing, like literally zero. So we drove outside of Panama to another part of Florida, not too far, maybe about an hour or 2 hours. And finally got a place to sleep. And we ended up finding a hotel in another part of Florida and staying there for spring break. But that was just the worst trip that I have ever taken in my entire life. So that kind of stresses me out just thinking about it. But I hope you guys are having a great spring break. Let me know what you guys are doing for your spring break. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. This has been Big Boy, and I'll see you guys next time.